There is no denying that girl groups have been a force in the music industry for a long time, captivating global audiences, setting trends, and creating hits that will forever be iconic. However, the glamorous facade often conceals the tumultuous realities within. Many of these girl groups have a history marked by long periods of internal conflicts, cattiness, and drama behind the scenes. Let's get into some iconic girl groups and the drama that followed. This is the girl group dynamic. Are you the Beyonce of your friend group? This has been a question that's been asked throughout friend groups everywhere. And it's just a fun way of asking if you're the HBIC of your friend group. And after going to Beyonce's Renaissance tour, I can see why she has held the title of Queen Bee for so long.
Welcome to the Renaissance. In the room, the crowd gon' move. Look around, everybody knows you. Everybody, how y'all doing over here? Release your mind, release the time.
Beyonce is one of the hardest working women in the music industry, and her success was no accident. But before there was Sasha Fierce, Beyonce, Queen Bee, or whatever nickname you want to call her, there was Destiny's Child, a four-member girl group that consisted of Beyonce, Kelly, LaToya, and Latavia. And what started off as a group of childhood friends trying to make it to the top ended in lawsuits and members being left behind.
The children of the world reach out to you when all the boys and girls can laugh and play. Come and chase the clouds away.
Destiny's Child's first taste of success was with their hit single No 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 Part 2 from their self-titled debut album. The song actually reached number 3 on the Billboard charts, and it was just the beginning, at least for some group members. Writings on the Wall was Destiny's Child's second album, which went on to be highly successful, but in the midst of dropping a successful album, growing tension between group members couldn't be ignored. LaToya and Latavia were fired in the worst way possible when the video premiere of Say My Name aired, and they found out that they were replaced by new members Michelle and Farrah.
It wasn't something that happened suddenly, like at the spur of a moment. It was something that had been going on. It was things that we were noticing for
It was
years.
conflicts that were going on.
Yeah,
The
for years.
departure was like this.
We always tried to work out our differences
And communicate.
between each other, and we always tried to communicate. But we were having problems for a while now.
It's just a real weird feeling to actually be with somebody since you were 9 and 10 and then be separated so suddenly.
Now let's just call a thing a thing. From the inception of DC, one thing was very clear. Beyonce was the main attraction. She sung lead on all of our favorite hits, she wore the cutest outfits, and overall was everyone's favorite. And Kelly Rowland was always the second in command.
I don't think any of us could be solo.
Yeah.
We've been knowing each other for about 9, 10 years now. We've been knowing each other since elementary school, and we grew up together. We love each other. I couldn't imagine going solo. I don't think anybody could. It's just like
Sisters.
they're a part of each one of us. Each one of us is a
no.
part of each one of us. So we really do love each other. We couldn't go solo.
We all believe that we're destined to be together. That's how come the name is Destiny's Child.
Beyonce's father and manager of DC was going to make her a star by any means necessary, even if that meant ignoring the other members' wants and needs.
They seemed to feel that they could continue on as part of the group and yet under their own management. Was that even conceivable as far as you're concerned?
That's ludicrous. There's only one word for that. You have to have cohesion. Columbia Records is not going to deal with two managers. That's not going to happen. That's not real world.
Matthew Knowles wanted complete control and blind loyalty from the girls. So much so that it was alleged he attempted to gain legal guardianship of both LaToya and Latavia. And he also didn't want to share financial information with members or their parents, among other things that he did.
It was not a dispute with
Between,
Beyonce
right,
and Kelly.
at all.
We didn't have any arguments. LaToya and I, we never quit the group.
Never quit.
We never quit.
Never left, never even said anything about quitting the group.
We simply wanted to disaffirm our personal management agreement with our manager. And because of it, this happened.
Favoritism played a huge role in the first breakup of DC, and LaToya and Latavia felt like they weren't getting their fair share in the group. So they decided that they wanted to be signed under new management, and Matthew Knowles swiftly removed them from the group without warning. LaToya and Latavia were completely blindsided, and Matthew Knowles felt like it was a necessary evil to get rid of the girls who wouldn't go with the program, and that's exactly what he did. The ex-members ended up suing Matthew Knowles and Destiny's Child not once, but twice, for breach of contract and defamation. And the second lawsuit came about because of the 2001 hit Survivor, where Beyonce dissed them with these lyrics.
But I'm chillin'. You thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold my million. I'm the survivor.
Which of course went against the terms of settlement from their first lawsuit. LaToya and Latavia went on to form the group Angel with two other members, and they even recorded an album titled Heavenly, which was never released. The group was unfortunately short-lived after Jagged Edge's production company went under and Angel broke up in 2003.
You might have to go straight to the airport.
Okay.
I don't have no luggage.
I'm rolling.
But it's better for you to go home than not have luggage.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Because where y'all coming out there?
Well, somebody can send your luggage.
But then I'm going to have to wait for 4 days before I get all my stuff.
Rumor has it Farrah Franklin is still looking for her luggage, but all jokes aside, the turnover rate was high for DC, and the quartet group quickly became a trio after Farrah Franklin's short-lived 6-month stint with the group, and she almost became like the forgotten member of Destiny's Child. Around this time, DC and mainly Beyonce's reputation took a small hit.
The two members that aren't with us tonight, these are the three members. What do you mean? Next question, please.
She was labeled a diva and heavily scrutinized because of rotating members and accusations of Destiny's Child being built around her so that she could launch a successful solo career, while the other girls were just glorified background singers.
But it's clear that the group is Beyonce and the girls, so why don't you just go solo? No disrespect to the other girls, but we see how things are shaping up. You guys are on TV, the camera stays on you. You get the hottest Dior, they get your leftovers, and that's a compliment to you. Why don't you just go solo?
Well, I don't think that the group is Beyonce and the girls, and I definitely don't get the hottest looks, and the cameras definitely don't stay on me.
Oh, come on.
I sing the lead, and like in SWV and in any other group, when someone sings the lead, then the camera is on them because they're singing the majority of the song. And I could have very well gone solo.
Right.
But because of my loyalty to the fans and because of my love for Kelly, that's something that I don't want to do and I wasn't ready to do. And we still had a hit album to do, and we still are in Destiny's Child, and they're still the Destiny's Child, and we're still going to be performing.
Beyonce's father being the manager of the group was definitely a conflict of interest, and I honestly believe he was the main source of drama. And it was alleged that he did a lot of shady things behind the scenes. But once DC found their groove and the permanent third member, Michelle Williams, the group took off to new heights and they became the perfect trio. They dropped albums like Survivor and Destiny Fulfilled, which stamped their place in music forever. The pieces to the puzzle finally fit, and I will forever die on this hill, but Michelle Williams has some of the best vocals on a lot of DC's songs, and she is completely underrated. But the rest is history. DC became one of the greatest girl groups of all time, and revisionist historians love taking old video clips of Destiny's Child showing Beyonce being shady towards the other members of the group, which I think are hilarious.
The second lead vocalist of the group, and that's about it. I'm with Tavia.
Best opportunity is we get to meet people like Diana Ross, and we did Divas Live on VH1. And you have to watch what you do and have fans, and it's the best thing. I mean, it overcomes everything.
Hold on, do it. Yeah. Oh my God.
The bad seeds are now out of Destiny's Child. We've had changes in the group, and we finally found the recipe better.
Everybody gets to sing lead now because everybody can sing.
It must be awfully hard for you guys to work together as far as creating. You have your differences. How do you work those things out?
Why would it be difficult? It's not difficult at all because we're three women who love each other, three women that respect each other.
But we have to remember that these girls were teenagers trying to make it in the cutthroat industry under a lot of pressure. So I'm sure it was a lot of shade being thrown in every direction. And every member from DC, excluding Farrah, was successful in their own right. And each girl contributed to one of the best girl groups of all time. So for that, they each deserve big W's. And in my opinion, both eras of Destiny's Child will forever be iconic in their own way. A reunion with all of the ladies would snatch edges and break the internet, but I don't know if that'll ever happen, but a girl can dream. If you like part 1 of my girl group dynamic video series, please make sure to hit that like button. I will be breaking down the biggest scandals and drama in different girl groups. Part 2 will be coming soon. Can you guess which girl group I'll be talking about next? I'll give you a hint. 3 letters. Subscribe to Gossip Snob for more videos like this.